Memphis Wrestling, Dave Brown, right along ringside, and we're ready to go with another big one. You know, Davey, it occurs to me that as all of us, you and I even sometimes look for different matches, and boy, we've got one today that I am really looking forward to, and that's that Tanaka Kabuki. Go ahead.
That should be very good. Yeah, great Kabuki in here. He's out of the Far East. Pat Tanaka from Hawaii should be a terrific single match coming up a little bit later on today.
Could be a great moment for Tanaka, too, because of the reputation Kabuki's got all over the world.
Absolutely right. Before we get to that match, we got the sheepherders coming in here. Jonathan Boyd and Bigfoot. Also, 8-man tag team action. Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis, Tracy Smothers, Paul Diamond, all involved in that one. Then Big Bubba and Goliath will be in here again as a tag team this week. Rock and Roll RPMs, Big Lou Winston, more coming up today.
Downtown Bruno will be here, Sato and Goto, and of course Tojo Yamamoto. Oh, he was really darling. He lost a tar and feather match. I happened to see that. Oh, we won't get into that right now. We're going to take time out. We're going to be back with our opening bout for you coming up in just a moment. And by golly, Davey, we were ready to get it. We almost got it off before we got the words out.
You're right. Standing over, well, technically on the left of your screen, but they're all over it right now. Those are the sheepherders. Jonathan Boyd complaining already. Jonathan Boyd and Bigfoot with the flag of New Zealand. They're out of New Zealand at 486 pounds. Going against a couple of young guys out of Mississippi. Jerry Garman, Benny Traylor. They'll weigh in at a total of 423. Bell sounds, and here we go. Jonathan Boyd jumping Benny Traylor right off
across that ring. Boom. Yeah. Like that. Before the bell really even got sounded officially.
Big upper R by Boyd.
Boyd used part of a Boyd expression. Boy, he is bloody tough. There's no two ways about that.
And he's got to be upset today. They step into the ring without the Southern Championship belts, the Southern Tag belt. Boyd's never in a real good mood, and he's got to be worse today. Big power slam by Bigfoot. Sits down with the lower leg across the throat. Jerry Garman over in the corner, hand outstretched, but Benny Traylor is unable to make a move over there.
Center of the ring, and Bigfoot uses it, slams him in the back with it, and there is a tag right on Jonathan Boyd. And the tough New Zealander back in there.
Boy, Jerry Garman got the tag just as he stepped through the ropes. He was nailed, and nailed hard by Jonathan Boyd.
Boy, have you noticed that mural that Boyd is having tattooed on his back? Good. Nice. Woo. Into the rope, fired across the ring. Down. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot got him with a drop kick. Not an especially good one, but as big as Bigfoot is, it was good enough, I tell you. Look out, battering ram. Yep. Down to the mat he goes. Cover. Count is 1, 2, and 3. And the sheepherders in a minute 43 seconds have themselves a victory here on the opening match of Championship Wrestling. Jonathan Boyd and Bigfoot get the win.
Well, I told Jonathan Boyd we'd talk to him after the match, and we are good as our word on it. The team of Jonathan Boyd and Bigfoot.
Well, I am really disgusted with you, Yanks. You know that?
What now, Jonathan? That's nothing new.
Okay. We've been champions in 37 countries. We have never, ever lost a match in the center of that ring. Never. We might have got disqualified a lot of times, Lance Russell.
Yes, you
But now we understand what this is all about here. This is all about Eddie Marlin, Jerry Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis, and Billy Travis's best friend in the whole wide world. Because we've seen them riding together, we know that he was Billy Travis's partner in here. See, we do some investigating work too. We're just not two pretty faces in professional wrestling. We know what went on in that match. Frank Morrell, you're Billy Travis's partner. So what do? You go out there and you set that whole thing up. Now, don't you tell me that was not set up.
Jonathan,
what the people
what are you
think.
talking about? Are you talking about the championship match? Are you talking
What I'm talking about? We go out there in a match thinking that we're going to get a fair shake. Just on our reputation alone, champions in 37 countries. You honestly think Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis can beat us?
You're upset about losing the Southern
No, I'm not upset about that. I'm upset for the fact that the promoter happens to be Eddie Marlin, Jerry Jarrett, and Jeff Jarrett is being protected by them. Frank Morrell went out there with all intentions of us losing. If we had one shoulder down, which that's all he had. He had one shoulder down. That's the only reason. Oh, here it is. Here it comes.
He's making excuses, Eddie, making excuses.
Y'all made a mistake on the match, and you lost the match, and you lost your belts, and you're out here crying about it. That's what
Do you see me crying? Did you see what happened to those two in the ring there? You've seen me destroy more people in professional wrestling than any other man in the world. The sheepherders are the greatest people in the world. New Zealand's the greatest race, not USA, not useless, stupid Americans. You trying to stand here and tell me that you were not protecting your grandson? He's not under your wing. Let me have a look at your wing, Eddie Marlin. See this blonde there under it right now?
I'm not protecting my grandson. He got in the ring, him and his partner, and they won the belts. Now, let me tell you something.
Won nothing.
They got the belts. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, they got the belts.
When he got
it, for Frank Morrell.
let me tell you,
Yeah,
when he got in the wrestling business, he got in it because he loved the business and he wanted to be in it. The first time he was in this ring right here and he got hurt, the first thing come to my mind, fire the guys that did it.
Yeah.
But his dad and Jerry Lawler talked me out of it. Said if Jeff Jarrett's going to prove himself, he's got to do it in the ring. And they was right, and he's proved himself.
Hey, what did I tell you when I said I'd come back here? I said, we will be the champions in a week. Were we not the champions in a week? We went out and beat 50 teams in a row to win those belts, and you're standing here right now saying that you did not protect your grandson, that you're not protecting him?
No, I didn't.
Hey, are you the promoter?
I'm the promoter.
Okay, is Jerry Jarrett, does he own stock in this business?
He owns it.
Okay, is Jeff Jarrett your grandson? Tell the people, turn around and tell them.
Never made any my grandson, and I'm proud of
Frank Morrell, Travis's partner, ex-partner?
Partner, sure.
Is it Travis's best friend?
I imagine.
Do Jeff Jarrett and Travis ride to the matches with Frank Morrell?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, my bloody eye, I see him all the time because I watch what's going on.
Well, that has nothing to
You've
do
been
with that.
protecting.
You made a mistake in the ring, and they
Mistake
won the
my
belt.
eye.
Now,
They
let
won
me
the
tell you
belt.
something. You're talking about protection. Any grandfather in the world would hate to see his grandson get hurt. I do. But he got in the ring, and he won the belt. And that's what it is.
Not with the belts. And I'm
He's
going to
got
tell
the
you
belt.
something, Eddie Marlin. I'm going to tell you something to your face. You can fire us if you want to, because you are the boss. You can do that. You've already proved by taking money off us that rightfully belong to our house and give it to the king. You gave it to Jerry bloody Lawler, our money. Since we've come here, you've taken our money off us. We've proved that we're the champions, but you've taken our money off us. You made us pay for all the damage done to the studio when we beat Jeff Jarrett's brains in and Billy Travis's brains in. We paid $1,400. So now you've taken $5,000 off us, $1,400 off us. Yeah. Then you put Frank Morrell in as the referee, knowing that he's going to help them all night long.
Come on,
and that's
Jonathan,
exactly what
we
he
got
did.
other matches.
I've got something to say. Now, look, you said you'd give me my say on TV,
I didn't know
and I'm going to have
all
it.
day.
I'm accusing you. I'm accusing Jerry Jarrett. I'm accusing Frank Morrell, and I'm accusing Billy Travis and Jeff Jarrett as a conspiracy to just undermine us and take the belts off us. Now, we're going to return title match. I know they didn't have to put the belts up for 1 month, but I'm going to tell you something. We're not only going to destroy them this time, but I'm going to get great pleasure. And you're going to promise me that you won't fire me. I'm going to get great pleasure out of making your bloody grandson's face look like this, that pretty little boy. But if you're not protecting them, if you are honestly not protecting them, right here in front of millions of people on TV, I want you to say that you're not protecting your grandson. Say it.
I'm not protecting my grandson.
Then you won't mind the stipulation in the match, will you? It's a title match, a return title match. Now, the stipulation's this. We know we're going to win. See, we know. We got confidence. I know what pain is. All you got to do is have a look at my back, and you'll see what pain is. That's what pain is, and I love it. But I know they don't love it. And the stipulation that I want the loser of the fall, to leave this area for 1 year. And I'm going to take, hey, wait a minute. You'll be making all the stipulations. You took our money. You took the belts off him and handed them to your grandson. Now listen. We'll go out there and destroy Billy Travis, and then we'll break his leg or break his arm or something. And that's a promise. That's a promise I'm going to make to everyone. But we will pin your grandson. You understand this? He will be the target. We will pin him right in the center of the ring. The stipulation is the one who loses the fall leaves the area for 1 year. It'll make him into a man, not a little sissy, being protected by his family and the referee.
All he's doing is a tag title match.
See? Hey, what I tell you, Jake? Didn't I tell you? I called up Luke and Butch. I called up Rip, and I says, hey, this kid has been protected by the promoters, the referees, and everything.
He's not being protected.
Look, I think, look, what's the use of me standing here?
This is ridiculous.
Just say this, Dick. No problem, Dick. This is gone. I said stay down. When I said stay down, I speak up.
Hey,
understand?
I want you to listen up, Jonathan Boyd. You're out here ranting and raving, calling me and Billy Travis punks, embarrassing my grandfather, saying you're all tough. This is how tough you are. Hey, who's got the belt?
Question first. Is your grandfather and your father and Frank Morrell protecting you?
No, they sure aren't. Hey, you saw. We've got the belt. We've proven to you how tough we are, and yeah, we'll take your challenge.
Wait a minute. Wait just a second.
Wait, what I hear?
We've proven how tough you are. We've got the belt. We'll take your challenge, Jonathan Boyd.
I got to get up here
Wait a minute.
so I can hear this.
Wait just a minute. Billy, you was going to lose the Leave Town match, and you said you'd never do it again. Jeff, if you take
No, we'll take your challenge. We'll take your challenge.
Say you do it. Say you do it. Now stop me from taking this stipulation. Did you hear that? You heard him say it. He has accepted the stipulation. Is that right?
You kept on. He's a man. He can take care of it.
Okay. Now this is it, Lance Russell. You raise your right hand. You raise your right hand and swear that stipulation is going to be in effect. The one that loses the fall leaves the area for 1 year.
Word is good.
Okay. And my bloody word's good too. You will destroy him.
Well, the show's about over, Dave.
Well, I tell you, Jonathan Boyd going on forever. Meanwhile, we're just about set to go with an 8-man tag team match coming up here. Referee Jerry Calhoun says ring the bell. We'll introduce them as we go along. It's Boyd Tony in here against Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett into the ropes. Boyd Tony out of St. Louis. Jeff Jarrett out of Nashville, Tennessee. Boyd Tony over the corner gets the tag on Dennis Hall. Dennis Hall, Las Vegas, Nevada. He has Miss Dolly Parker over in his corner. That's Billy Travis in there with Jeff after the tag. Jeff steps out. Billy Travis out of Lexington, Kentucky. Also in the corner of Jeff and Billy Travis, Paul Diamond. Coming in right now, Tracy Smothers. Dennis Hall, a little hair pulling there as he drove Tracy into the turnbuckle. Flip out of the corner. Good drop kick by Tracy Smothers. Tag is made. Paul Diamond coming in now. Paul and Tracy send Dennis Hall to the rope. Lift him up in the air. Drop him to the mat. Paul Diamond with a cover. Count is one. One's all he can get. Dennis Hall able to kick out of it. He's over to the corner. Dennis Hall and Boyd Tony teamed up today with the Headhunters team. The headhunters, Keith Robertson and Mike James. That is Keith Robertson in there right now. He backs Paul into the rope. Robertson to the corner, makes the tag, and boy, Tony will be coming back in. Diamond tags Tracy Smothers. Off the middle rope. Boy, Tony looking for a tag, and he gets it. Mike James of the headhunters. Oh, what a drop kick by Jeff Jarrett. Here's a cover. Might be it. 1, 2. He got it. 2 minutes, 16 seconds of action. The win to Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis, Tracy Smothers, and Paul Diamond. We'll be back in just a moment.
Back into the action in the ring in just one moment. Brother, I'll tell you, looking at the card for Evansville, it is something else. 5 matches, every one of them so solid, you're going to love it Wednesday night at the Coliseum. Tojo Yamamoto will be hotly involved because his ninja will have the mask up against Pat Tanaka's hair, Sato and Goto defending the title, and Paul Diamond will be going against your hand-picked Avenger, the Great Kabuki.
Wednesday night is going to be the Japanese holiday night because I brought Mr. Kabuki for Mr. Paul Diamond, because Paul Diamond, you humiliate me. You're going to get the works. And next ninja match is on against Pat Tanaka. Pat Tanaka, there's no way my boy going to lose the match. Your hair is going to be bald-headed just like Matt, but only thing you're going to look all right. Also, my international tag team champion will be on the line, too, and my boy is going to be retain the champion. Banzai!
Well, Tojo Yamamoto speeding off because he's got a lot of things on his mind for Wednesday night. Tell you somebody else that has something on their mind is Downtown Bruno, because he will be involved. Don't forget the main event is going to be a Southern tag with a loser of the fall to leave town. Sheepherders against Jarrett and Travis. We'll have more on that a little later. Downtown Bruno has got Big Bubba in
Well, you know what I got on my mind? I got Jerry the Queen Lawler on my mind. There's a man that's so low, he has to look up to see down. He can play handball off a curb. This man thinks he's fun running around Evansville burning Downtown Bruno. Well, let me tell you something, Jerry Lawler. Maybe it's going to be you next time burning. I'm a little sick and tired of him. He thinks he's a legend. He thinks he's a hero. He thinks he's an idol. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm the idol smasher, the iconoclast, and this is my hammer, baby.
Hey, I want to ask you about that mask.
Don't worry about the mask, Lance Russell. The only thing is there's not going to be any convenient disqualification this time. The fact is it's 2 out of 3 falls. And Lawler, there's no hope for you, brother, because I'm going to take care of you right there.
Don't forget, it is 2 out of 3 falls. That means you're going to have to be in condition to be able to go the dirt. I know Lawler can. I've seen him do it before. All of that Wednesday night. We've got more we'll be talking about.
Big Bubba, Goliath with Downtown Bruno in their corner. Stepping up across the way, it's Robert Bryant and his partner, Keith Eric. Brian and Eric weigh in at 443, 881 the total weight on the other side. Referee says, let's get it underway. So here we go.
Not to put Robert and Keith down, David, but I'm not billing this as the greatest match of the year, I can tell you. When you look at Goliath and Bubba, you just don't know where to go get any competition for it.
Well, that's true. You've got maybe the biggest tag team in professional wrestling right there. Big Bubba and Goliath. You put Downtown Bruno in their corner, you've got another element over there. Oh, could be a long day for Robert Bryant and Keith Eric.
The only tag team I can remember bigger than these two guys was Benny and Billy Hill, the twins,
right,
when they were around, and they were not the specimens that like Bubba and Goliath was.
That's true. Keith Eric in there against Big Bubba. Boy, Big Bubba rushed him.
Did you see Eric hit the ropes, the slingshot? Bubba standing there, bam, he hit him. It looked like it didn't even touch him.
Keith Eric Picked up in the air now by Big Bubba. Bubba slams him right in the middle of the ring. Bruno pacing the floor. You can see him float through your picture from time to time. Bubba with that big arm.
Uh-oh. That's it.
Gotta be. 2, 3. Minute 32. They probably didn't have to take that long to do it. A minute 32 seconds. Big Bubba and Goliath get the victory over Robert Bryan and Keith Eric. Now the referee and his partner Robert Bryan attending to Keith as Big Bubba and Goliath leave downtown Bruno, exits over the top rope.
Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you, he's a pistol at Bruno. I mean, something else. Here comes the new World Super Heavyweight Champion, Hillbilly Elmer. Congratulations, big guy. What a great win that was. Really stunning.
Ain't that the prettiest thing you'll see in your life? I tell you what, I've got to defend this thing. So, Goliath, you're going to get another change. But I'm speechless. I love this belt, and this is the prettiest belt I've ever seen in my life, and I'm going to keep it.
Well, you got a return match coming up with Goliath, but son of a gun, you proved to him. He didn't think he could do it. You proved to him you could beat him in the first one.
I'm going to beat him again, because I'm going to keep this belt. I tell you what, Eddie Marlin told me that he has had calls. Everybody wants to change at this belt. Well, just come on down here and get a change to this belt anytime. I'm ready. It don't matter to me, anytime. But I ain't going to lose it. I'm going to keep it.
All right, Hillbilly Elmer, the new World Super Heavyweight. That belt in particular, don't call if you're not over 300 pounds, because that's what that belt is. It's for wrestlers over 300 pounds. That's right. Yeah, you qualify. And then some, Hillbilly Elmer. So the new World Super Heavyweight Champion will be having to defend it, and there's going to be a lot of big guys that will be ringing his door. You can bet on that. First, he's got a return match coming up with Goliath, and we'll be seeing how that one comes out. Okay, I guess right now, are going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Card. I'll get to it in just a second for Wednesday night. But first, I want to say Thursday, December the 11th at Fern Creek, Kentucky, at the Fern Creek High School All-Star card there of Championship Wrestling. And on the 18th, Cloversport. Look out. Action is coming your way at the Sports Center. We'll have more on that later on. Now, Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. 5 matches, and every one of them a dandy. Hair versus the Mask, the Ninja, going against Pat Tanaka with the Ninja's mask against Tanaka's hair. International Tag Team titles. It'll be Sato and Goto against the Rock and Roll RPMs. And then a bounty match. Tojo Yamamoto goes out and gets for his Avenger the Great Kabuki to go against Paul Diamond. It's not going to be as easy as he thinks. Return Southern title match. It'll be 2 out of 3 falls with Big Bubba and Jerry the King Lawler getting it on. And then a Southern tag title with the loser of the fall to leave town, the Sheepherders, against the champions Jarrett and Travis. You got to be there Wednesday.
We, in fact, are going to be back in the ring in just a moment. Before we get to it, though, want to bring them out here and have a little conversation. Brand new team, and we love to see their action. We're talking about Mike Davis, Tommy Lane, the Rock and Roll RPM. Tommy, well, I'll tell you one thing. The folks that have seen you, and I know you're new in the area, they have loved the Rock and Roll RPM. You guys got a lot of speed. You're not afraid to fight. That's
exactly right. There's something I want to clear up a little bit first. There's a lot of teams around that have called themselves Rock and Roll. You got Ricky Morton, you got Robert Gibson.
Oh, yeah.
But, the RPMs were around a little bit longer than they are, but that's fine. Ricky and Robert, that's fine.
You guys were called the Rock and Roll before Rick and Robert?
That's right? Exactly right. But, that's fine with us. Ricky and Robert, 2 great wrestlers. But, and we wish them the best. But we just want the people to know we were around a lot longer than they were.
Yeah. Well, that's something that I did not know, as a matter of fact, Mike. And it's interesting to hear that kind of information in there. Well, there's been a lot of teams that have been kind of in the rock and roll vein. One that the folks remember here, and we really enjoyed them, the fabulous ones, Stan and Steve. There have been several others that we're seeing right now, and so you guys were the first rock and roll.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, you got Stan Lane and Steve Kern. The Fabs, they're two great ones, too. But, you know, rock and roll was here to stay, and the RPMs are the only way. When you have lived, you've been RPM.
Okay, well, Mike Davis, Tommy Lane, I know that Sato and Goto you've had some past trouble with, and you plan to take care of it whenever you can, right?
You know, Sato and Goto, you two little greasy-headed, slant-eyed fools with that little bald-headed midget. Anytime that the RPMs can get a hold of you, Mike Davis and Tommy Lane are more than willing.
You ready, Sato, Goto? I promise you, you're going down.
Okay, we got your opponents in the ring. We'll see him in action again. The Rock and Roll RPMs. Mike Davis, Tommy Lane. Davey?
Rock and Roll RPMs in there right now against Jim Jamison and Mike Murphy. This is going to be a match, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Jamison and Murphy weighing in at 4:35. Rock and Roll RPMs at 4:54. Starting out, it's Mike Davis against Jim Jamison. Jamison off the ropes. Whoa, Mike Davis. Put him down to the mat, over to the corner. Tag on Tommy Lane. They double him up with the upper arm as Jamison was coming off the ropes. He's in the air, he's body slammed, and Tommy Lane picks him up over to the corner. Rock and Roll tagging out quickly in this one. And again, they double up on him, this time with the boots to the midsection. Jamison. Ooh, suplex. Rock and Roll RPMs making the tag. That's Tommy Lane with a headlock. Jamison to the corner. Tag is made. Mike Murphy will be coming in. Murphy and Jamison both out of Memphis, Tennessee. Rock and Roll RPMs out of Atlanta, Georgia. Mike Davis putting the heat on Mike Murphy's left arm. Jim Jamison shouting encouragement to his partner from the corner, saying, hang in there, don't give it up. Rock and Roll makes the tag. Tommy Lane sits down on that upper arm. Look at these guys tag. Where their reputation preceded them into the territory. Murphy gets the tag. He was over near the corner, and Jamison right there waiting. Backbreaker, double one across the knees. Count is 1, 2, and this one's over. Rock and Roll RPMs have themselves a victory. 2 minutes, 9 seconds the time on it. 2:09, and Mike Davis and Tommy Lane walk away the winners.
Well, we found out something new that they predated Rick and Robert. I
didn't know that.
Sticks in my mind a little bit. Okay, let's take time out, and we, in fact, are going to be back. We've got the great Kabuki and Pat Tanaka match coming up. Looking forward to that and much more. Tojo prior to it, he came out on the short end of the tar and feather match. I don't guess we have any tape of that, do we?
What, you going to be belligerent?
No, hey, come on, Tojo, now watch the stick.
I heard what you talk. I heard what you said about me. I'm no dummy, you understand?
I didn't say you were a dummy. I just said you lost the match, that's all.
Hey, don't you talk to me like that. You understand?
We'll end this interview in a hurry.
Now, you see, I brought back Mr. Kabuki for one favor. The Oriental, we all help each other. You understand? I brought Kabuki for one favor. I want him to destroy Paul Diamond. Paul Diamond humiliated me. You understand? And I was so embarrassed that he humiliated me right in front of the boys and everything all across. But now I brought back Mr. Kabuki, and Mr. Kabuki is going to do the job. And I tell you what, he's going to do the job where we're going to eliminate Paul Diamond, and Paul Diamond will never wrestle again. Will stop his whole career. That's Mr. Kabuki from Far East. You understand?
We know his reputation, Tojo. We know.
Well, it's proven. I don't have to tell you. The record, everything shows that Mr. Kabuki. You understand? He's the greatest wrestler in the world, in the country today. You understand?
I hear you.
And now I get my another ninja. He's going against Pat Tanaka. The hair and the mask on the line. But I tell you what.
Coming up in the future.
Yeah, but I tell you what. My boy, train hard and everything, is not like Pat Tanaka. Pat Tanaka cannot take the pain like Ninja. I tell you what, we're going to see Pat Tanaka get his hair shaved just like me. But Pat Tanaka is going to be more ugly than me. You understand? I'm good looking compared to Pat Tanaka. You understand?
I hear you, Tojo. Yeah, okay. Well, you got, seems to be enough problems to take care of, and he may lose his ache. Tojo, that's it. I'm not going to talk to him. I don't have to stand there and get beat around.
Well, coming up here, one fall, 10-minute time limit match. Pat Tanaka just rolled into the ring, and he goes after the great Kabuki. Kabuki over here in the corner.
Well, I'll tell you, the reputation of Kabuki didn't stop Tanaka or slow him down.
He came right after him, yeah. Kabuki hit by a chop. Kabuki
ought to be something.
Yeah, it should be. Out of the Far East, the great Kabuki. Out of Hawaii, Pat Tanaka. There, look at Tanaka. Let him go by. Wow.
That sidekick got him. Oh, look at that. There's that mysterious green mist that Kabuki is world famous for creating. Tanaka down on the mat.
All right, Kabuki. Wow. He is really worked over Pat Tanaka here. Not easy to do. You are not looking at an inexperienced wrestler in Pat Tanaka.
Tanaka is an excellent martial arts expert himself.
Tanaka whipped into the ropes. Kabuki got him with a foot. I don't know what you'd call that. It's kind of like a back kick, but not exactly. Kabuki with Pat Tanaka on the mat. He's working some pressure points on his neck there. And Pat is just not able to do much. Struggling to get to his feet. Can't do it so far.
Back up now, but the pressure points stay on, and he starts swinging back.
He did break out with that chop.
This guy's hair hangs all down in his face. I don't see how he sees who he's wrestling. Boy, it doesn't bother him, though. He is something. Ooh. Buried one that time in the midsection of Pat Tanaka. Standing. Bam. Right down on the deck goes Tanaka.
That's a choke, and the referee is counting him on it. He got to 4. 5 count would have been disqualification. Kabuki. Tanaka got him in the midsection. Pat trying to battle back here. He can show a few kicks of his own.
Look at this.
Tanaka presses him down to the mat.
Tanaka goes to the rope.
Up on the middle rope. Here he comes.
He fired the spray right in Tanaka's eyes as he was coming off the rope. Pat was on the second rope. And a disqualification on Kabuki. Tanaka's going to win it. But he had it sprayed right in his eyes. Ask Austin Idol about that. He can tell you something about Kabuki. Yamamoto holding Kabuki back as Tanaka is being led out of there. But Pat is the winner of that match.
Yes, he is. The time on it, 3 minutes, 19 seconds.
Yamamoto pulling the hair of Kabuki to get him away from Tanaka and get him out of it. And the winner, Pat Tanaka, by disqualification. More action back in a moment.
About it, but brother, I'll tell you, the more I look at it, the greater it is. 5 matches in Evansville Wednesday night at the Coliseum, and every one of them dynamite main event matches. For instance, the Ninja is going to have his mask up, and Pat Tanaka is going to be putting his hair up for this match. Now, this is a return match, but you had to put your hair up to get it.
Yeah, that's because Tojo, he always cheats, and he always finds a way, you know, to get me beat. But I tell you what, Ninja, he's going to be in your corner again, but he better pull out more than salt to beat me this time, because I'm not losing my hair, not to you or anybody else. You better count on it.
Now, let me tell you what, this is one classy young man who Wednesday night is going to be fighting not only for his life, but his hair, too. Ninja's mask at stake in that one. And in addition to that, a bounty match. Paul Diamond, Great Kabuki. Oh, you want to see that one. Southern tag match with the loser of the fall to leave town. And a Southern heavyweight title match with Big Bubba against the King. And in this one, it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls, so you know there will be plenty of action. The King's got something to say.
Let me say a couple words right now to you, big blubber. You want to stand out here and you want to tell everybody that this match was your idea, that you wanted a 2 out of 3 fall match with me? What a joke. You're going to try to tell me and all of the fans here that you want 2 chances, not only 2, but possibly 3 chances to get some more of what happened to you last week? Well, we don't believe you, brother. Tell you what I'm going to do, though. I like this match. I love a 2 out of 3 fall match because I'm going to show you, after you run your mouth and after that little downtown Bruno has run his mouth about how big and how bad you are, I'm going to show you what it feels like to beat you 2 straight. And then you won't be able to come out here and talk about how big and how bad and how tough you are and call me the queen. 2 straight you're going down, and I'm also going to show everybody why you're wearing that mask.
Action, my friend. I'm talking about big 2 out of 3 fall Southern heavyweight title. Don't forget the big Southern tag title Wednesday night, Evansville.
We got action coming up here in just a moment. We'll be seeing Sato and Goto in the ring. Paul Diamond coming out. Pat Tanaka was supposed to be out with Paul, but obviously Pat with that stuff sprayed up in his eyes.
Need I say more? You know, the guy is extremely dangerous. He's put a lot of people out of wrestling, and I got him. I guess Tojo just will never stop at anything.
He brought him in for one purpose, and he already told everybody what that is. You humiliated him with that tar and feather match. He brings Kabuki in. He's planning on putting it on you, Paul.
Absolutely. There's no secret why Kabuki's here. A bounty match. What it's come down to, Lance, is just like laws of the jungle, survival of the fittest. He's trying to put me out of wrestling. Well, Kabuki, I've been on a shelf for 6 weeks, brother, and I didn't like it. And I don't intend to go back. Remember it. Survival of the fittest. And I will survive, brother.
Okay, good luck to you, Paul. It is not an easy task to be going in there against the likes of the great Kabuki when that match comes up. Okay, we're ready for Akio Sato, Tarzan Goto, the international tag champs, and action in the ring.
Coming up with an expiration of time match, John Paul. Tony Parks will be going against the Japanese team. John Paul out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here he comes leading the way, and right behind him with a blue jacket on today, Tony Parks from St. Louis, Missouri. They'll weigh in at a total of 458. From Japan at about the same weight, right around 450. It's Akio Sato, Tarzan Goto. They again have the international tag team belts around their waist. Tojo Yamamoto with kendo stick in hand in their corner. Waiting for a signal from referee Jerry Calhoun, and this one will be underway. Expiration of time, might be one fall, might be several. We'll try to have some wrestling action for you as long as time permits. It's going to be Tarzan Goto starting again. John Paul. Goto, the one with a hard head. And there it is. John Paul, Tony Park have to be considered the underdogs in this match. Both of them fine wrestlers. This Japanese team, as we said, now the holders again of the international tag titles. Gives you an idea of the level of competition John Paul, Tony Parks are going against. Goto throwing Tony Parks through the ropes. And Tojo with that kendo stick. And then a shot or two. Akio Sato slamming his head into a chair out here on the floor. Tojo whacks him with a stick across the back. Tag made, and here is Akio Sato in. Tony Parks battling back. Picks Sato up in the air, and body slams him. Tony. Over to the corner, makes the tag on John Paul. John Paul with a headlock on Akio Sato. John Paul takes a shot at Tarzan Goto since he was in the neighborhood. Grabs Sato again and a side headlock. John Paul with things pretty well in hand right now. Now Sato fires him into the rope. Caught him with a boot. Here's Goto in after the tag. Drop kick by John Paul. Tarzan Goto hits the mat as a cover. One. Down to one is all he gets. Goto, a tough customer to pin, let me tell you. Over the back. John Paul picking him up by the hair. Referee warns him about that. There's the tag, and Tony Parks comes back in. Goto with a backbreaker, dropped him right across his knee. Over to the corner, and Akio Sato will be coming in. Tarzan Goto did not go for a cover. I don't know if he could have gotten the count of three or not, but there's one way to kind of wear your opponent down. That's a big chokehold that Akio Sato just grabbed Tony Parks right around the throat. There he is again. Referee's telling him, break it. There again, the choke, Akio Sato. Using it liberally here against Tony Parks. Here's John Paul in now. John Paul against Tarzan Goto. Back in the corner. John Paul grabs Goto, fires him into the turnbuckles across the way, follows up with a couple of right hands, and Goto being bounced around the corner by John Paul. Tojo and Tony Parks, meanwhile, going at each other down on the floor. And the Japanese team uses the opportunity to double team John Paul.
Oh, look out.
Sato off the top rope. Referee didn't see that. He was trying to get Tojo back around. There's a count of 2 and 3. This fall is over in 3 minutes, 53 seconds. The win goes to Sato, Goto, and Tojo Yamamoto.
Okay, we're going to take time out. We'll check our time and be back in just a moment. Fall of action as Tony Parks came in there, but John Paul was the one who lost the first fall, so he'll be starting the second fall, and that's okay with John Paul. Goto immediately right over on top of him. Double teaming was the reason for the first ball being lost to Sato and Goto.
Not only that, it was Tojo Yamamoto with his diversionary tactics. He had Tony Parks, and he was threatening him down on the floor here, and that had the referee's attention.
John Paul, who has not been in professional wrestling all that long, but he certainly has a lot more experience with Tony Parks, going against a couple of international savvy pro wrestlers in Sato and Goto, so it's tough enough as it is. You don't need Yamamoto spreading misery around to make it any worse.
Look out.
Tag on Sato.
Look at Sato, just vicious. He goes after Tony Parks.
Goto is the battering ram that knocks the door down, and then Sato is so adept at mopping up. We used to talk about, you remember Bobby Eaton, we used to talk about what a finisher Bobby Eaton was. Sato was in the same style. He gets you hurt, brother, and he will finish you.
Goto. Boy, they're really going after Tony Parks. They want to wrap this fall up quick. They're already one fall up. All the Japanese team need do is avoid a loss in this fall, and they got themselves a match. They can take it to the time limit, or they can win it. And they still have themselves a victory. There's a count of 2, but that's all Tarzan Goto can get, as Tony Parks is able to break out of it.
Yamamoto trying to distract the referee again, poking him with that kendo stick, calling attention to something in the audience over there. Sato.
They kept Tony out of the corner. Tony moving toward the tag on his partner.
What do they call this? A learning experience?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's what they call it, to make you feel better, but I'm not sure that's going to work in this case. Tony Parks really being thrown around the ring and battered. Tony ducked out of the way that time. Good move. He's over to the corner, and there he got the tag he needed. Here's John Paul.
John from Minneapolis tags Goto with a good solid right hand. Repeatedly puts him down on the mat. Tony Parks comes in with an elbow across the way on Sato. Glad to see the young man showing some fire like that. Doubled his legs, dropped him down. Here comes Yamamoto. Tojo with a kendo stick in there. That's going to be a disqualification.
Absolutely. That stopped it right there. The referee turned, and there was Tojo Yamamoto in the ring, beating John Paul with a kendo stick. Now he's after Tony Parks.
Here comes Paul Diamond.
There they go. The Japanese team out of here. Oh, look out. Akio Sato throwing a chair in the ring, but this time Paul Diamond says, I got it. Come on in here.
Fine. Love to have you.
Yeah. Bonsai, they're yelling down here on the floor. Tojo threatening Paul Diamond will get you, he said.
Yeah.